Good morning, students. Welcome to 7th session of first chapter, that is index number. In today's session, we will start new topic, that is cost of living index number, and two sums based on this cost of living index number only. First, meaning of cost of living index number. The cost of living index number is defined as the index number showing the relative percentage change in the cost of living due to changes in prices of food, clothing, fuel, etc. of the people of a definite class as compared to that of the base year. Now here the word itself says cost of living. Of course, it is connected with human being only. To live a life, total cost, that is cost of living. Now, this cost of living index number, it is what? The index number showing the relative. If you remember, we have already discussed relative means ratio form. Percentage. Formula, it is here also multiplication is there with 100. So it comes in the form of percentage only. Change in the cost of living to live a life for total cost. Now here in this we have divided this total cost in 5 main groups like food, clothing, fuel, house rent and miscellaneous. So this way this cost of living due to change in the prices of these groups, because you know prices doesn't remain same, it changes from time to time. So what changes comes in the prices of these fuel, clothing, food, house rent and miscellaneous group of the people of a definite class. One class people's what commodities they use. So prices of that as compared to that of the base year. Now this prices of which are used by definite class previously, which base year which we take it, we compare with that is known as cost of living index number. Now this cost of living index number we can divide into two types by which we can calculate. So here methods of calculating cost of living index number. There are two methods. Number 1, total expenditure method. Number 2, family budget method. Now by these two methods we will find cost of living index number in this session. Both methods formulas are different, but any of method you use you will get the same answer. Sometimes in the question it is asked to find with total expenditure method only, sometimes family budget method, or sometimes nothing is mentioned. In that case you should go for total expenditure method, not of family budget method. Reason? Because total expenditure method calculations are less, so you prefer total expenditure method. Sometimes in 5 marks both methods, sometimes any one or method will be mentioned which you have to use in that sum, 3 marks. So let us start with the sum based on this cost of living index number by these two methods. Now here is the question. A to F commodities are given. Quantity of base year, price of base year, price of current year. These three values are given, and based on that we are supposed to find value, that is cost of living index number, by two methods, that is total expenditure method as well as family budget method. Now total expenditure methods formula, that is sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into 100. Do you remember this formula? It is of last payer's index number. Same formula for total expenditure method. Second method, that is family budget method. Now this family budget method formula is sigma IW upon sigma W, where I, that is P1 by P0 into 100, while W is, that is P0 Q0, same, which here we use in last payer's method. Same we will find in this also. So let us start first with total expenditure method. Now for that, first we will find P1 Q0. It's too simple. Multiply P1 and Q0. This value comes 1200. Next 187.5. Next 52.5. 1040. 1237.5 and 810. Total of this, that comes 4527.5. Same way we find W. Now this W or P0 Q0, of course in total expenditure method this is sigma P0 Q0. So that will be 800, 150, only 50, 960, 1125 and 270. Total of this 3355. Now put these two values here in this formula, which will be 4527.5 upon 3355. That comes 134.95. Now this is your total expenditure method, how we solve. Now we will go for next, that is family budget method. Now for that we want sigma IW upon sigma W. Now W, it is already P0 Q0, it is that same only, so no need of doing it again. But of course I we will find, which is P1 by P0 into 100. Simple formula for index number, that only we will use. But remember, in this you have to show compulsory these calculations by this way. 12 by 8 into 100, P1 by P0 into 100, that comes 150. So this compulsory you have to write this value. 7.5 divided by 6 into 100, that comes 125. Next 5.25 divided by 5 into 100, that comes 105. Next 52 divided by 48 into 100, that comes 108.33. Next 16.5 divided by 15 into 100, that comes 110. And finally 27 divided by 9 multiply by 100 will be 300. So this way I. Now we want IW. So this I we multiply by W. This comes 2 means 1,20,000. Same, this will be 18750. Only 5250, 103,997, 123750 and finally 81,000. Total of this is 452,747. Now these value sigma IW upon sigma W we put in this formula. We get this way 452,747 divided by 3355. What exact value we get that is 134.95. So this way you can verify total expenditure method as well as family budget method. Both the methods you get the same answer. So this is the way how we solve sum based on total expenditure method as well as family budget method. Today's homework. 3 questions are there. These 3 means total 6. Why? Because in all 3 sums, both the methods you will use and solve. So this is the first sum. Then this is your second sum. And here it is third sum. Solve these 3 sums, total 6, and enjoy while solving these sums. This is an end of this session. See you in next session tomorrow. Thank you.